If you are working in Excel, you must be creating formats, either basic or advanced. In my career of 20 plus years, I have created more than 1000 of formats. In today's video, we will see how I create my own formats. Hi, my name is Vijay and you are watching Office Monk. Let's start the video without any delays. This is a blank workbook. When we come down, we can see sheet 1 over here. So first of all, I'll rename the sheet. Whatever name you want to keep, you can. I'll keep the name as my format. Once I rename the sheet, I click on top. Then I select the whole sheet. I go to Home tab. Then I come in the center. Over here we have got lots of options of alignment. In alignment, I go to the center. And this is align to middle. I click over here. So what's the basic reason behind clicking over here? I'll show you. I'll come down and at the bottom in right hand side, we get the option to zoom in and zoom out the sheet. So I'll expand my sheet. Perfect. We'll go to Home tab. We'll come in the center in alignment and we'll remove this. And we'll show you what's the basic logic behind selecting this. Let me type anything over here. I'll type serial number. Enter. If I'll increase the size of the row, just see. The word serial number or the term serial number is sitting at bottom. And if I'll go to the center and will select this option, it will be in the center of the cell. So I always prefer to select the whole sheet and align all the things in middle. Perfect. Let me resize the row. So this was the first thing what I do. The second thing what I do, I take column A closer and I take row number 1 also closer. So the basic logic behind this. I want to keep my column A clean, means blank, and row 1 blank. This way format looks more beautiful. And if in future I'll have to add extra columns or extra rows, it will be easier for me to insert the things. Let me delete serial number. I always start from B2 and I keep this row for my heading. Suppose that I'm going to create an attendance sheet. So I'll click on B2 and we'll select till E and we'll merge this together and we'll type attendance sheet over here. Enter. So in my formats, I prefer bright colors. So I'll go to Home tab. In center, we get the option to change cell color and font color. From your left hand side, you can change the color of the cell. So I'll select some bright color and I always prefer cell colors as bright colors and font colors as light colors. So whenever you are putting some color in your format, just ensure if the cell color is dark, choose text color as light. And if the text color is dark, choose the cell color as light. So in my case, the cell color is dark. So I'll keep my text color as light. So either I can choose white or yellow. Both colors look better over here. Or just say both colors look good over here. So I'll select this. One more thing I prefer to do. Before starting the format, I select the whole sheet. I go to the fonts and I select my desired font. So in this way, whatever I'll put inside my formats will keep on changing automatically. Perfect. As my heading part is already done, I prefer to leave next row blank and I take this closer and I start from B4. So this will be serial number. Enter. Now the word serial number or the term serial number is sitting in extreme left. So I select the whole row, I go to Home, come in the center and just under align to middle, we get another option that is center text. I select this and all the headings come in the center. I'll put another heading over here, employee ID, name, designation. Enter. So this part is done now. I'll select all the headings and we'll put some color over here. And it may be either blue or red. Let's go with blue color and font color as white. In Home tab, we get the option to insert borders. So I'll select all borders. Over here also I'll select borders. Serial number, I'll put 1. Enter. Text always comes to left hand side of the cell and numbers go to right hand side of the cell. So I'll select the whole column. We'll go to Home, we'll come to Alignment and we'll align all the things to center. Perfect. Now whatever I'll type, it will keep on coming in the center. Now I'll select both and we'll drag it down till 10. Perfect. So once I insert my serial numbers, I click on top, I press Shift Control, down arrow key and right arrow key. In this way, all the things get selected. In case you want, you can select this manually also. So once this is selected, I prefer to insert borders. In my formats, I also use lots of drop downs. So I'll show you how to use drop downs. I'll click on employee ID and will type EM001. This is just a random employee ID. Now instead of dragging employee ID, I can click in the corner or edge of the cell. In case there will be no data in left hand side or right hand side, this will not work. Let me show you. We have got data in left hand side. If I double click on the edge, my data over here got filled. I'll undo this. If I'll delete all the things from here, now I'll click over here and this will not work. If I'll put 1 over here and will drag it down, now if I'll click on employee ID, it will work. I'll undo this. So many times I use this feature also. Name 1, enter. I'll click on the edge and all the names got filled. In your case, you'll have to put the names manually. Now I'll show you how I use my drop downs. I'll click on top and will select till bottom. In this way, I'll not have to drag it down. So once selected, I go to data, means data tab. In the center, we get the option of data validation. So I'll select data validation from here. A small window will pop up where we can see settings, input message and error alerts or error alert. We have to go to settings. Over here we get the option of allow. I'll click on drop down and we'll select list. Now we got the option of source. In case you want to select your source from any other page, you can. In case you want to type over here manually, it can be done. Over here, up to 250 characters can be typed. So I'll type manager. I have inserted comma just after manager. Now I'll type shift manager, comma, team member, comma, cleaner. Perfect. Now I'll click on OK. So just notice over here, my drop down got created. In my team, I have got one manager, one shift manager. One thing to notice over here, when I selected shift manager, it's going in another cell. So in that case, you'll have to increase the column size. To increase the column size, you can drag this or you can double click over here and it will be managed automatically. So I have already selected manager and shift manager. Now I'll select team member. So apart from manager and shift manager, I have got 6 team members and 2 cleaners, means the person who does the cleaning. So I'll drag this till number 8 and over here I'll select cleaner and over here also I'll select cleaner. So for me and my formats, data validation is a blessing. It's really helpful. Now, I want to highlight manager, shift manager and team members in different colors. To change the colors, we can go to home and can change the color from here. But I mostly don't prefer this. I'll undo this. Before creating a format, I always keep in mind, can I use this format for next 10 years? If yes, then in the first place, I'll have to create the format in that way. If I'll put colors over here manually, and if my team increases, today I have got a team of 10 people. In case number increases and goes to 100, in that case, I'll have to change the colors manually again and again. So I always refrain from this, or just say I avoid putting colors manually. So how I put colors in my formats? I use conditional formatting, what I call magic of Excel. And to apply conditional formatting, I don't select a range. I select the whole sheet. So I'll select the whole sheet. We'll go to home. We'll come to extreme right hand side and over here we get the option of conditional formatting. We can see a drop down. Either click on drop down or click directly. It will show all the features. On the very top, we have got the option of highlight cell rules. And when we hover our mouse to right, we get to see equal to. As soon as I clicked on equal to, a small window popped up. And over here we can see only format cells that contain cell value equal to, and over here I'll type manager. By default, we get red color. In case you want to put your own color, you'll have to click on drop down and you'll have to go to customized format. Over here we get 4 options: number, font, border and fill. I'll be going to fill. Background color, I'll click on drop down and we'll select some desired color. In case you want to change font color, you can. So as I told earlier, I always prefer cell colors as dark and text colors as light, means font color as light. So I'll go to font, we'll click on the drop down and we'll select white color and we'll click on OK. OK. Now just see, the word or the term manager got highlighted in green. Suppose that if I hire more managers, in that case, I'll just click on the cell, we'll click on the drop down and we'll select manager from here, and just notice the word automatically got highlighted in green. If I'll come to the bottom and over here also I'll select manager and it will also be highlighted. So I'll undo this. I'll select the whole sheet once again. We'll go to home. We'll come in the center and we'll click on conditional formatting. Highlight cell rule equal to, and over here I'll type shift manager. I'll click on drop down, customize format, and we'll select some different color over here. Yellow is a light color, so I'll go to font and we'll select dark text over here and we'll click on OK. OK. And just notice the term or the word shift manager got highlighted in yellow. I'll go to conditional formatting once again, highlight cell rule equal to, and I'll type team member. We'll select some different color over here and we'll change the font color and we'll click on OK. OK. And just notice all the team members got highlighted. In the same way, you can highlight cleaner also. So better I'll delete this. What will happen if I'll drag my list down? Over here we can see drop down. So if we will drag this down, our drop downs will be applicable in all the cells, as well as our conditional formatting got applicable because we applied conditional formatting in the whole sheet. So if I'll select manager over here, it got highlighted. If I'll select shift manager over here, it also got highlighted. And if I'll select team member, it also got highlighted. Perfect. I'll undo this. Better I'll select cleaner over here, and over here also I'll select cleaner. Perfect. Now it's time to insert the dates. So I'll click next to designation and will insert my first date. I'll take some random date over here, 1/1/25. Enter. Our first date got visible, but I never prefer this date format. So to change the date format, what I do, I select the date and I select few extra cells also, because I'm going to drag this to right hand side. And in that case, I'll not have to change date format again and again. So once I selected the date and few extra cells, I press Ctrl 1, which is the shortcut of format cells. To go to format cells, there is other way also. I'll cancel this. I'll right click the mouse and in the center, we get the option of format cells. I'll click over here. I'll take this to left hand side. Now, I always go to date and in my window, I get the option of English India. And the date formats what are available over here, I never prefer those. So I click on drop down and I select English United States. I got few extra date formats. So I select either this one or this one. Means date and month or date, month and year. So once I clicked over here, it got highlighted in green. So once it got highlighted in green, I'll click on OK and my date format got changed. Over here, I'm not going to show you how to create the formulas or how to insert the formulas. I'm just showing you how I create my own formats. I'll drag this to right and my next date got inserted. So once date are inserted, I select it from top, means I select the whole column. I get my mouse in the center and double click. So in this way, all the column sizes gets adjusted automatically. One thing I also prefer to use day formula, and it's plus or equal to text, bracket open, I click on date, comma, double inverted comma, D means D 3 times, double inverted comma close, bracket close, and I hit enter. It got automatically adjusted in left. So I'll click over here and we'll center align this. We'll drag it to right. Just notice one thing. We have got one weekend over here, Saturday. If I'll select both and we'll drag it to right, I got Sunday. Means I have got Saturday over here and Sunday over here. And to highlight Saturday and Sunday, again you can use conditional formatting. Because every month, if date will change, cell numbers of Saturdays and Sundays will change automatically. So let's select the whole sheet. Let's go to Home, Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rule, equal to, and I'll type Sunday over here. We'll click on drop down, Customize Format, Fill, and I'll select red color and font will be white. And I'll click on OK. OK. And just notice my Sunday got highlighted. Let me highlight Saturday also. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rule, equal to, and I'll type Saturday. We'll click on drop down, Customize Format, Fill. I'll select red color over here and font will be white. And I'll do OK. OK. So my Saturdays and Sundays got highlighted. If I'll change the month and we'll do it February, enter. Just notice on 1st of February, it's a Saturday and it automatically got highlighted in red. If I'll drag this ahead, just see Saturdays and Sundays got automatically shifted and automatically highlighted. Now I'll select all and will create borders. I'll click on the name of the format and we'll select till end and we'll merge this together. Once we merge the cells, borders disappear. So I'll click over here and we'll insert borders again. Once the format is ready, I go to View. In the center, we get the option of grid lines. So what are grid lines? The light gray lines, what you can see, is known as grid lines. So I always prefer to remove my grid lines. Let's go to View, Grid Lines, and I'll untick this. And just notice, let me reduce the size. And just notice, all the gray lines got vanished and my format is looking much better than before. One thing I also prefer in my formats, to select the colors in other way. Let me show how. I'll click on top, we'll go to Home. We'll come over here, we'll click on drop down and we'll go to More Colors. And when I clicked on More Colors, I got many more options. So either I can select my color from here or I can go to top and we'll click on Color Wheel. I'll click over here and I can adjust my colors from here. Just notice over here, colors are getting changed. So this way I get more option of colors. So once my color is done or once I selected the color, I click on OK. One more thing I prefer is text orientation. Now see my dates. I can see 1st Feb 25 and it's taking lots of space because in my attendance sheet I am just going to put codes, means P, L, A or H for holiday. So just for inserting the code, these cells are too big. So I always prefer to change the orientation of the text or dates. I'll select all the dates. We'll go to Home and just in alignment, we get the option of orientation. We'll click on drop down and from here we can change the orientation. Anti-clockwise, clockwise, vertical text, rotate text up or rotate text down. What I personally prefer is rotate text up. And just notice, the orientation got changed. Now I can select all the dates. We'll double click on any cell and the size got reduced. Sometimes I wrap the text also, but it's not my personal favorite. I prefer pressing Alt and hitting Enter. I'll show you what's that. Suppose that I have got a small cell. Over here I'll type Office and I have to type Monk just below Office. It can be done through wrap text, but in case I'll increase my cell size, it will be showing in one line only. Let me show you. I'll type Monk over here. Enter. Now I'll click over here and we'll wrap the text. We can see Monk just under Office, but if I'll increase the cell size, now it's in a single line. And I really hate this. I'll undo this. I'll type Office. We'll press Alt and we'll hit Enter. Now I'll type Monk. Enter. And we can see Monk just under Office. What if we will increase our cell size? It will not come in a single line. One thing I also prefer to keep different fonts for headings and different fonts for the body. So I'll select this, we'll go to font library and we'll change the font. I find it more attractive. So these are the techniques, or just say these are the things what I use while creating a format. I'm sure you must have loved the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you soon with a new topic. Till then, bye bye.